Like a good example. You're in a public place. You're in a line in Disneyland. You're in the line at Disneyland. Okay. So if you go to Disneyland, Raymond, when's the last time you went to Disneyland?
Man, when I was a kid, I
Oh,
haven't
wait,
been
so
to
you haven't
Disneyland.
brought your son there yet?
No, 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 no. We ain't did Disneyland yet.
Really? Okay.
We're slowly working our way up.
Okay.
We did Universal Studios,
Okay. Well,
Disneyland.
let's use that. Let's use that. Were there big lines at Universal Studios?
Yes,
Okay. If you go to Universal Studios, do you expect there to be big ass lines?
yes,
Do you expect there to be a wide variety of people acting all sorts of different ways?
yes.
Do you go there looking to get into a confrontation with somebody?
Absolutely not.
Right? So things that would normally bother you, you kind of shelve them because there's thousands of people and there's going to
Man,
be people who do things that bug you. Right?
yep, it's grown people dressed as Harry Potter.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
That's one thing,
yeah.
but when you're in line in Universal Studios, how close are you to the people in front of you?
We close to everybody.
Yeah, but it's just packed in there,
Mighty,
right? If
mighty
you're the kind
close.
of person who freaks out when people stand close to you, should you go to Universal Studios?
You
Not
shouldn't.
even.
Not at all, right? There you go. So, and I've experienced this. A person in line. Cause have you ever been to Porto's before? That Cuban bake shop.
Not yet.
I've only had Portos. I've never been there.
Lines in Porto's look like lines at Disneyland. You walk in and there's a greeter at the door, and there's two different areas where you can have the food cases and the cashiers, and there's like the rope line that twists around. There's two separate ones, and they'll guide you. Please go to this one. Please go to that one. They'll guide you to the line you want to get into, right?
Hmm.
And then you'll be there like it's like a line at Disneyland, right? So I'm in a line like that, and the dude in front of me doesn't want people anywhere close to him, right? He wants like 6 feet of distance in like he's like in COVID time still, right?
Yeah, go home.
See, the thing is though, the lines inside Portos, if everybody stood that far from each other, it would
I'll
go
be
down the block. It would be crazy, but it'd be
yeah,
ridiculous.
be,
And it
be
would
around
be,
the corner.
I mean, the people in there don't want that. They want people packed. I mean, have you ever been to like, any sort of an auditorium event? Come on, everybody. Come on, let's all squeeze down into the front. Give people, they're always trying to get you to compress the groups and come together, right?
Right.
So,
That's how
yeah,
everything was until COVID. I'm saying the word until the pandemic came. But now the pandemic is gone, we can go back to reasonable crowdedness, right?
yep.
So you shouldn't complain in a public place that has big ass lines if people stand close to you. And if you don't like it, well, you just got to suck it up because you're in public, right? That's the way it's got to be, right? The same way that if like, and so let's say this, like let's say that the person is racist, right? If you're a racist person, and you want to go enjoy Disneyland, right? Should you really antagonize all the people of the races you don't like while you're there?
No, you're the minority.
No, yeah, you should actually suck it up and pretend you love everybody because you're not going
Hmm.
to have a good time in Disneyland if
No,
you're just going to cause a bunch of static, right? You just
no, you're gonna realize it's a small world after all.
yeah.
Up
I
in
mean,
here.
and not just because it's dangerous for you, just because you're not going to have any fun in Disneyland if you just can't get along with everybody in that moment. You can
Hmm.
hate them all, just suck it up and be with them because you're in Disneyland, right?
Yep. It's
Like
just like
you,
when we went to NASCAR. If
yeah,
if I felt some type of way about white people, NASCAR was not the place to go at all.
yeah, exactly.
At all. So guess what? I went there, and yeah, I mean, I don't have nothing against nobody. So it's just like I'm there. We in here. I don't care. We doing everything that got to do with NASCAR today. I'm doing
Yeah,
what the white people
yeah.
do.
You just got to deal with it. I mean, like like another one is like going to Sturgis. Sturgis is the probably the largest biker rally in the U.S.
Uh-huh.
It's a whole week long thing. It's pretty cool actually. I went in the '90s, and in the '90s there were very few non-white bikers going to this thing.
Really?
Very, very few. The only ones that there were a couple black guys, and there were a couple of Chinese guys. Okay, I was mistaken as Native American, as is normal. You know, the thing is, it's in South Dakota, so there's a lot of natives up there. So like, you know,
Oh, I guess that. Yeah.
I didn't get any pushback whatsoever because there were a fair number of Native Americans hanging around. Okay?
Yeah.
Locals and bikers. Okay, but the majority of bikers are white dudes, right? And then there was a couple black dudes, a couple Chinese dudes, and the funny part is that the the black dudes were on Honda Goldwings. I remember that. They were on
Really?
Honda Goldwings is what they rode there, right? And they
Because you gotta go. They had to go long distance.
yeah, but no, but most guys rode Harleys. The funny thing was is they got more flack for the Goldwings than for being black.
Or Harley.
Guys on these Honda
Right.
Gold.
I know, right? But that's what was funny. But you know, you guys should come. We should do that one year, right? Because it's a lot more diverse now, but it's nowhere near like an even ratio. I mean, like if you want to see like big hefty white biker dudes in their element, like, and it's like going on safari. Okay, if you want to see that, that's the place to go. And for the most part, you know, it's everybody just gets along. None of those dudes is going to give anybody crap because they're there for a good time. Right? They're just there for a good time. They're not going to some rally for other purposes. They're there to have a good time. They're there to drink.
Ride our bikes.
They're there to drink and ride, and ogle the ladies. Right? That's what they're there for. Right? The wet t-shirt contests are happening. There's like, you know, there's topless contests. I mean, that's what they're there for. Right? The quality of the talent is greatly varied. I'll just say it that. Okay? There's a little something for everyone, right?
I don't know what to think about that.
I'm a little confused.
It
Yeah,
goes
I'm like,
it goes from everything from what's conventionally attractive to what one would say is conventionally unattractive.
oh, so you got somebody with some hairy armpits that's up there topless.
Like that, or a lot of sagging going on. There's a lot of extra skin
Stretch marks.
Yeah, there's a lot of everything there. I mean, like, you know, it's kind of funny. It's like, you know, you ever heard that phrase, dance like nobody's watching? These are people who are living like nobody's watching.
Okay.
Live like nobody's watching.
I told you that story when I was riding my Harley up by the what's it called? The Old Ridge Route. It's right here. It's the original roadway going from LA County to Kern County. It opened in like 1913. Did I tell you guys about that?
I don't think so.
It's no longer an open road. It's technically a trail that's reserved for off-road vehicles. But if you're adventurous enough, you can take an SUV or a small car maybe, but definitely a motorcycle. You can take it all the way through. It runs from like, you know, I take it. Basically you pick up, you drive past Lake Elizabeth, and then you take this little windy road and you end up on this Old Ridge Route, and you ride and you end up at Castaic.
Okay.
It's a really cool ride. It's a really cool ride. So I was riding through there, and it's like, it's, you know, the road goes from being semi-paved to cracked to just dirt, and some incredible cliffs along the way. Really cool ride, right? So I'm riding along this thing, and I stop. I'm taking pictures of this old stone rock hotel. It's an inn that's completely gone now. There's just a big ass archway there now. I'm taking pictures, and I hear another bike. So a Harley comes pulling up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm walking towards them to ask them if this thing goes all the way through still, is it safe to pass? And as I'm getting anywhere near them, I'm looking at him, and it's an older white dude with his old lady, right? She's on the back of the bike. They got a severe farmer's tan, you know, like, you know, the t-shirt tan, right? They were super red here. Faces are red. They're both wearing gloves, and they got boots on, but they're both topless. Yeah, they're both topless and wearing shorts, right? So they're super white here, right? They're trying to even out their tans.
Okay.
Oh, they must have been in their 70s. They must have been in their 70s. Oh man, and time, like, you know, time has worked its magic. Gravity has worked its magic.
Unreadable tattoo.
Gravity has worked its magic.
Dude, just that kind of life, living has worked its magic. They're fun people. They're crazy. And they're telling us. So they're talking as I'm walking towards me. I realize I thought they were wearing shirts at first because I saw the reddish
It's color.
brown to the white, so I thought they were naked, like top up naked. Like it was too late. I'm walking towards them, and they're pulling up next to my bike. Right, I see them, and the whole brotherhood of Harley ownership kicked in. Like I'm Filipino dude. They're obviously like old time white bikers, but because we share the same hobby, the same passion, we're brothers, right? So we're talking. They're super friendly, and I ask them, "Does this go all the way through? Where does it end?" "Oh, dude, yeah, you can make it all the way through Castaic." And they're dead to me, like they're talking to me as if nothing is out of the ordinary. Nothing's out of the ordinary. And they tell me, I'm like, "Oh, it's sweet." And then they just casually explain to me that they're up there to get some sun and to have some sex in some public places.
Okay. All right.
It's funny as hell. But yeah, because that's just that thing. So it's funny. So yeah, the Old Ridge route. There's how do we get there? How do we get to this?
You started talking about Sturgis, but then you started.
There we go. That's okay. Yeah, the talent is varied, right? So you'll see a bunch of older ladies, showing off their wares. You'll see a bunch of younger ones. I mean, all over the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Sturgis is a fun place, and it's a great place to just people watch. That's why you go. Okay, so yeah, you can enjoy riding up there, but you go there for the people watching. They're so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this. Okay, so we ought to go to one of those gathering of the Juggalos.
What is that?
Insane Clown Posse.
The
You're unfamiliar with the Insane Clown Posse?
No, I know who the Insane Clown Posse, but I didn't know they were called Juggalos.
Their fans, their adherents, their fans are called Juggalos.
The adherents.
What was it, Raymond?
The adherents. I'm sorry, that word was funny.
What?
Their adherents. That was
their adherents. Yeah, their adherents. You mean like they're hangers on. You're digging the word.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've never heard that. I'm gonna start using that.
They're called Juggalos. They're called Juggalos, and they have a gathering of the Juggalos. I think it takes place in something like Michigan or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. So it's a camping out situation. So it's almost like Woodstock for really crazy people, and they wear full on face paint. The Insane Clown Posse actually. Raymond, what are their names again? There's two of them, right? The Insane Clown Posse. There's two members of the Insane Clown Posse. Forget what they're called.
You got me on that one.
But you've heard of them, right?
I've heard of the Insane Clown Posse, but I don't know who the only reason I know who the Insane Clown Posse is because I don't know, man. I think ever since MTV stopped playing music videos, like you don't have a connection to music anymore.
Okay.
Like everybody just in their own lane. They used to beef with Eminem.
Yeah.
So they used to beef with Eminem. They used to be in Source magazine sometimes. But I never knew about Juggalos. I didn't know about
the ICP. They are.
I didn't know they were called ICP.
Yeah, Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah.
They're weird. I mean, like they have a weird niche. Have you guys ever seen like heavy metal bands that are like fantasy rock? Like they're
like Slipknot.
Kind of like Slipknot, except Slipknot's like horror rock. This is like bands like with names like Ragnarok or Thrall's Hammer. Their lyrics are about like Dungeons and Dragons type stuff.
Yeah,
it's like riding our steeds to Valhalla kind of stuff, and that weird fantasy rock. The Insane Clown Posse is the same thing, except it's rap, and it's dark fantasy rap. So it's supernatural. So their rap lyrics are about what they call this thing. Something like the something carnival, the dark carnival. It's weird. They are horror. They're dark fantasy horror rap is what they are.
The names are Violent J and Shaggy Too Dope.
There we go.
Yeah, some Violent J. That's the one I know.
Really, really, really strange. What's their genre?
I didn't find that, but I found where their place is Thornville, Ohio. That's where that
is. It Ohio?
That's where that place is where they meet.
Yeah, the Gathering of the Juggalos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it happens every year, and I hear that it's a wild time. I mean, it's crazy to go to the Gathering of Juggalos. I've always wanted to go.
They're considered
But
horror.
you'll get you'll face
Yeah,
you'll
horrorcore is the word. Horrorcore.
yeah, it's horrorcore. Like, would you paint your face and go?
Actually, I think it's a good idea to paint your face like that way. I gotta research
You'll look
more
like a
about them.
narc if you don't paint your face.
What's that?
You'll look like a narc if you.
You're not supposed to be there.
Yeah, they'll definitely be like, man, who is this guy?
Well, I mean, so what do you think? Do you think there is? Do you think there is a black or brown component of people attending the Gathering of the Juggalos at this
I'm
time?
sure.
If I was black and I went to the gathering of Juggalos, I'll get away with it. You, on the other hand, are not going to get away with it.
You don't think so?
Me, being a black person, I can get away with it. I can go in there with some Tim boots and a jersey on, and I'm gonna get away with not having face paint on my face. You, on the other hand, are not getting away with
You don't
that.
think
They
so?
are going to take you. They are going to take you an undercover cop.
But honestly, Raymond fits into a lot of different places without having to be.
What-
Oh yeah, it's just being who I am. I mean, just having darker skin gets you in a lot of places. I'm telling you, people always just expect a black guy to be there. Either if it's a whole bunch of black people or if it's a whole bunch of white people, they're going to expect
Wait
a
a
black
minute.
person. to be there.
Ohio. What's a Native American population like in Ohio?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. That's a good question.
If it's a good number, I could get away with that there.
Probably not in that part of Ohio.
So I have to probably paint my face then.
You will have to paint your face. I think you should.
I should.
I will feel uncomfortable if you didn't. Like I'll be like, oh man, I'm here with the narc.
Okay, so it's either going to be
2.1% state's total population.
what percent?
2.1%.
You ain't getting away with that one.
Okay, so
Yeah,
face
I do.
paint thing would be a thing to do. Or how about a mask?
Nah, you
Get
got
away with a mask?
You know the
Not-
thing to do. The thing to do would be to get really jacked. Have you ever seen what's it called? Mad Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second one. Okay, so the first one is okay. The second one's the Road Warrior. You seen the Road Warrior, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember the bad guy in the Road Warrior? He's called the Humongous.
His name was Humongous.
He's huge and he's jacked and he's wearing a Jason hockey mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Humongous. That's the route to go. Is to just get really huge and walk around like just like leather arm things and some sort of gladiator or hockey mask.
So then you're semi-leather man.
I guess, yeah. I mean, that could be leather pants, no shirt or a chainmail shirt, and a hockey mask or a gladiator spiked mask. That's the way to go. Because
I wonder what they rap about. Like just thinking about it now.
actually, I want to hear some of their stuff. But the reason why I don't want to do the face paint is because it's a multi-night event, right? And just it's uncomfortable to be painted. Have you guys ever worn leather face paint before?
I've never worn face paint.
I know I have, but you sweat it off after a while.
No, you don't. No, not this greasy stuff. If you get the real thing, because you don't want to sweat it off. That's the problem. It's heavily caked on you, that greasy ass stage quality paint.
Uh,
I have always been.
I only had it for Halloween.
I've always been against wearing face paint. That's just me.
Yeah, so a mask could be better. Like a hockey mask could be good, I think.
You come in with a suit on a mask, you look like you're a character from Twisted Metal.
Shit, yeah, dude. Or dude, go as a lucha libre person.
You come with a lucha libre mask.
They show up as a
Actually-
luchador.
They show that in the crowd that quite a few of them do that.
Really, luchador masks?
Yep.
Yes, that's the way to go. Luchador masks. Luchador masks is the way to go.
Mhm.
Dude, we should do that. We should go to the Gathering of Juggalos. That'd be fun.
You trying to get us to expand our mind. Sturgis and Juggalos. I mean, I'm always with expanding my
Dude,
mind.
Sturgis is a lot of dude. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So if
I'm curious about Sturgis, but Juggalos, I'm now want to.
come on, dude. Juggalos is the way to go.
But I have to find out what kind of music they actually play because I know they've been around for a while,
It's
but I haven't
horrorcore,
heard.
dude. It's weird ass. It's weird ass fantasy thing. They got. I think they even make comic books about the stories and their lyrics. So now remember, juggalos. It's the kind of person. Um, are juggalos full time just face painted freaks? No, they probably have jobs, right?
They
Some of
have
them.
jobs
I'm
and
sure.
this.
I'm sure some will hang out full time like that with no no discernible means of supporting themselves. I'm sure there's always less some of those people like that. Just like people into punk rock are like that. Goths. There's always going to be a group of them that are couch surfing with their friends, right? The true goth loser, right?
Huh?
Who does
Mhm.
nothing but follow bands around and couch surf and borrow money for
We're
weed,
black.
right? There's always somebody like that. So I'm sure there's a couple juggalos who do nothing but juggalo, right? But
But
I'm sure that
judge.
there's others who are bankers. There's others who are probably servers in restaurants, mechanics. So like it's a cross section of reasonably normal people in regular life who are going to this thing. It'd be fun to watch it. I mean, like it's. I think it's gonna be. I think so. Yeah, their master of ceremonies. They've had a bunch of different people be MCs at the event. I know that
Really?
one year Charlie Sheen was the master of ceremonies. I think they called him the Grand Marshal. And if I'm not mistaken, Ice Cube was the Grand Marshal one year. I think it was Ice Cube, either Ice Cube or Ice T. One of them was a Grand Marshal one year. They've
Is performed at the gathering of the
wait who
Juggalos.
was it?
Ice Cube is performed at
Cube.
the gathering of the.
Yeah, yeah. They got some real and they have their own label. So ICP has their own label, and it's called Psychopathic Records. Raymond, I didn't hear. Did you go mute?
So I'm sorry,
There we go.
Psychopathic
Yeah, they're
Records.
called Psychopathic Records. Yeah, so they have a couple acts on there. They're different, but I think it'd be
Yeah.
fun to go. I think it'd be because they're both the same situation. I mean, like I would take a motorcycle to it too. The best thing to do would be to get one of those Mercedes Sprinter or the Dodge Ram camper vans.
Mm.
So like I would ride. If one of you guys wanted to ride, you can ride another bike as well. Somebody would have to drive the van. And maybe even have a trailer on the back, so we'd have 3 bikes. So I know that Raymond doesn't ride, but maybe he'd get into it. But somebody would have to always drive the camper van, right? And then we'd hang out because you camp at the Gathering of the Juggalos, and you can camp at Sturgis too. There's a facility called the Buffalo Chip, which is a large camping facility. We can pull the camper van up there, pitch tents, have a fire going, be fun, and it's great people watching. It's incredible people watching. So yeah, so Sturgis, Gathering of Juggalos. I can't think of any other crazy thing. Of course, there's Burning Man, but Burning Man, I look at Burning Man as one giant douche gathering.
What is that?
You've never heard of Burning Man,
No, I've never heard of that.
Raymond? You're muted again.
You never heard of Burning Man?
No.
Holy crap! Okay,
I've
hold on a
heard of Burning
second.
Man.
This begins its own segment. Okay, this segment's called "Quentin's Never Heard of Burning Man."
Never.
Okay, there we go. That's the intro to this segment of its own clip, right? Quentin's never heard of Burning Man. Okay, Raymond, do you want to explain to him what Burning Man is? Quentin, don't look it up. Don't look
Already
it up.
did.
Oh,
No, I'm
dang
not
it.
quick.
Okay, hold on. So stop looking at it, and we're gonna.
No, you can keep looking at because I don't know that much about Burning Man because I
Really?
just I like okay. So I was working with that you remember these people? I used to work with this group called Valuable,
Yeah.
and they wanted me to go to Burning Man, and I remember I was like same way Quentin just said. What the hell is Burning Man?
Okay.
And they was like, yeah, you go there, you're in the middle of nowhere, you bring no money, you learn how to barter, You know what I'm saying? They didn't tell me it was drugs. Another one of my friends told me that there's drugs involved.
Okay, you don't have to take drugs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's in the Nevada desert. Okay, it's in the Nevada desert, a really remote part of the Nevada desert. Okay, it is on an ancient lake bed. Okay, they call it the playa. The main drag is called the playa. Okay, originally they talk a lot about community, right? Everyone there it's a brotherhood. I mean, like it's a brotherhood, a sisterhood thing. It's a community of people, and it's all about art and expressing yourself. So people create art installations that are displayed. In the beginning, it's a very much an organically created thing. People just showed up and put up their art displays and did all this stuff. And it's called Burning Man because they have this really large wooden effigy in the shape of a man that they burn at the end. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as the years have gone by, that effigy has become epic in scale. It's gotten huge, right?
Yeah.
And it began as a bunch of pretty much broke people getting together, like they're hippy dippy type artist folks getting together to, you see belly dancing people, fire eaters, people who juggle fire. You see a lot of those performance artists.
A lot.
Yep. A bunch of people dressed as steampunk folks will go to those kind of things. You see a lot of those folks out there. And they're just having a good time. And yes, there are a lot of people expanding their minds with drugs at these events, right? But then as time went by, and there actually is an orgy tent. Okay? Because when these people expanding their minds to drugs are going to end up at some point in time in the orgy tent. And there's a lot of people scantily dressed, okay, in the Nevada desert where the weather could just do 180s every 5 minutes. Super hot, raining suddenly, dust storm, crazy stuff. As time's gone by, the people who end up going, more and more Silicon Valley people started going. So it became a bunch of tech bros.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty soon, and they still have no money there. The only thing you can buy, I think, is water.
I don't even think you have to buy that. I think everything is barter.
Yeah, but what they do is like people will show up and make meals for each other and give away food, and sometimes they just show up and make meals for themselves. I mean, now they have a bunch of private people show up with private trailers, so it's become luxurious. Mm. I remember my cousin goes every year. My cousin's a tech bro.
I'm curious about the art slide, man.
Dude, so my cousin goes, and a couple of years ago he went, and that was the year that it rained, and everybody got trapped.
Got stuck. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing that going, oh my God. I'm not going to say his name. My cousin's trapped at Burning Man. And this is what's nuts, okay? When it rained and everything turned into mud, the playa came alive. Okay? This is something that they didn't even know. In that ancient lake bed, every time there is water or moisture there's a certain kind of a crustacean that basically the eggs can be inert for decades
till water hits it.
Yeah, they're brine shrimp. They used to sell them. You used to be able to order these things from the back from a comic book. They called them sea monkeys.
I remember.
Oh, I remember sea monkeys.
Yeah, the sea monkeys are brine shrimp is what they are.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the whole playa is chock full of brine shrimp that are inert for decades until it rains. And all of a sudden, when it rains, give enough time, you look down and there's movement. And people are walking barefoot through there, right? And all of a sudden they see things scurrying. It's like, what the hell is this? They're freaking out.
Heck yeah. It was dirt a minute ago.
It was dirt a minute ago. Now it's mud. Now the mud's moving. What the heck just happened, right?
Would you go back after experience something like that?
I didn't go. I've never been.
No, but like,
my
people
cousin,
like just imagine if you went.
Yeah, no, he's going back. He goes every year.
Oh wow.
I mean, he's the kind of guy who they get the fancy trailer. He's not camping out in some 2-man tent. He's plush at this thing.
Okay, so this is in September.
Is it? Yeah, it just happened. It just happened. Burning Man. And at the end of the event, they burned the Burning Man.
It's like 2 weeks, ain't it?
In fact, little known fact, you know the Google Doodle? Remember you go to Google and there's a little doodle that's some sort of artistic representation, something, oh, it's St. Patrick's Day and there's a little leprechaun or whatever. The very first Google Doodle was created for Burning Man. And so they actually had a Burning Man doodle. And the reason why it was created that's the very first one. It was never meant to be a doodle. What it was kind of like a we'll be back soon sign. Because the guys at Google left to go to Burning Man. It was kind of like we'll be back in the office like 2:00 type of sign. That's what it was for. That's what started the doodle. Burning Man is the reason why there's a Google Doodle.
All right, I'm interested.
Okay. I mean, actually, the funny part is I'm not really at all interested in Burning Man. And the reason why is because, the drug culture there is so strong. That's the reason why I'm not interested in it.
Yeah.
So you just brought it up. You don't want to go now?
Well, I brought it up as an event, but I don't want to mean because nobody goes to Burning Man and stays sober.
I was going to be the artist there, man. I'm interested in the art.
You're gonna have to expand your mind.
Expand your mind by microdosing ketamine.
You're gonna have to do something you ain't never thought you were gonna do.
I don't have to do all that, Quaid. No, I don't have to, Quaid.
You're gonna end up going there. You're gonna microdose some ketamine, and some dude's gonna touch your butt in the orgy tent. That's what's gonna happen to you.
I might not be able to go, Quaid.
That's what's gonna happen to you, man.
Honestly though, to be honest, and I've been in a lot of druggy situations. A lot more than I expected to be. I think I can fight off the urge to do any type of drugs, and I'll definitely stay out the orgy tent. I might peek, be like, man, what does it look like?
See,
but I think I can stay away from that, especially if I went like your cousin went and just plush camping. I'll people watch. You know what I'm saying? I'll stay on top of my little trailer and watch y'all.
But how long before that gets? I mean, you've been at parties where you're the sober guy, right? And it sucks to be the sober guy because everyone is they're just idiots. You're like, oh man, it's just no fun.
Not necessarily. I've been the sober guy and been cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I have too. That's what I'm saying. I've been in a lot of druggy type situations as a sober guy. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it also was times where I was just smoking weed, so I'm semi-sober. So to kind of go and think about it I probably might smoke weed. Maybe I might not smoke weed and just really be people watching.
I mean, the question is, I guess if it's a sit around a campfire and smoke cigars and drink some scotch type of thing, that could work for me. That's
what I'm saying. That's go with people like us where we watch it.
That's like watching TV. But I've been the sober guy where I've had to drive because everybody else is going to get drinks and whatnot. Yeah, I've been that guy.
Do people remember when Logan Paul went involved?
Yeah, he went to Burning Man. Yeah.
Did they want him to do that? I mean, not did they want, but how were they receptive to that?
What do you mean?
Are there people with cameras?
Oh, dude, people are vlogging there all the time.
Oh, okay.
Remember these people live on social media. I mean,
okay.
I mean, it's constant. I mean, I'm guarantee you, it's constantly posted.
So I mean, for us, it's going down there as a team to content. We getting this content.
Could, dude.
We gonna watch. And I'm like I said, I know. Yeah, dude, I said, I know how to deal with with druggy type people. It's gonna be popping with me.
That's like the holy trinity of weird festivals. I can actually, the one that I don't really want to go to is Coachella. Never had the urge to go to Coachella.
Oh, they just released the lineup for Coachella next year already.
Because I mean, I've never really been a big fan of music fest. I mean, I've never been a concert goer, right? And I don't buy music, right? And so I just couldn't imagine, because I know it's expensive to go to Coachella. I mean, Coachella can get pricey, and I just couldn't see spending on something I wouldn't enjoy that much, right? And with the way that it is now, it's all influencers. It's just, I don't know. I feel like we're in that line of work, but I feel like it could be annoying, right? To see could you just imagine? Because you see it when it's content. You see them on camera, looking at it, right? So you see it from their point of view, right? But could you imagine being there That's one person doing it. Could you imagine being in a room and there's 50 different people scattered throughout creating Instagram? Creating Instagram. I mean, it's just nuts, right? It looks so fake in the moment.
Yeah.
Right? Content, when you watch it when you watch reels, or when you watch it, you see the content that they meant to create. You see the curated version that they created for you. Like, it's like watching a movie after it's completed, right? But seeing it created in the moment, it's a whole different story.
Edited versus unedited.
Like watching watching a movie that's primarily green screen. To see it made is very different than to watch a final product. So watching the final product, on YouTube is completely different than watching them make it. Like, you just imagine, could you imagine being at Burning Man and there's like 50 influencers all trying to capture the same thing? It just looks so fake, right? Everyone's standing around fake crying. It just looks so superficial.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, I was just talking to one of my coworkers about this because I think she was about to go see Chris Brown. Chris Brown got the Breezy Bowl.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, I kind of over that type of stuff. She was like, really? I was like, yeah, I watch everything. I watch all my concerts streaming. If it's not streaming, I don't care for it. Really, like I watched Coachella last year from the comfort of my own home. Huh?
Okay.
I watched it 2 weekends. I watched a lot of them. I think one of the like how you were talking about high people, the one that we was watching that was very, very interesting. We watched Yo Gabba Gabba perform, and I was like, I'm sitting there, I'm watching grown people sit there watch Yo Gabba Gabba, and honestly, it was actually kind of entertaining when I was watching it. I was like, I can only imagine for some high people watching Yo Gabba Gabba in a group. Yeah, it's out of this world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But and then Flavor Flav performed Yo Gabba Gabba. It was lit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but for me, like musical concerts, especially like I was telling my coworker, I was like, I done did it. I done been VIP. I done been backstage. I done been front row. I done been in the mosh pit. I done started the mosh pit. I'm good. I've
for some
been there.
reason,
I've done
out of all these festivals, what we've talked about, so we've talked Coachella now, we've talked Gathering of the Juggalos, we've talked about Burning Man, we've talked about Sturgis. The one that, out of all those, the one that seems the most artificial to me is Coachella. The next most artificial one would probably be Burning Man, right? In terms of it's like when I say artificial, it's like not real. They're just the people are almost doing what they're doing, like as you young folks would say, they're doing it for the gram, right?
They're doing it for the gram.
That's what they're doing, right? But I think that if you go to like the Gathering Juggalos or Sturgis, they're not necessarily. There will be people doing it for the gram for sure, right?
But those are more authentic people.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, but and the majority of them are not doing it for the mean. The majority of them are just living in the moment. Like they're for every guy riding the motorcycle filming it, there's 15 of them who are not.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like that with Rolling Loud. I probably would never go see Rolling Loud, but I'll definitely stream and watch Rolling Loud. I watch Rolling Loud all the time, but Rolling Loud, like it's it's a weed thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't do it, man. Like and especially like I'm a fan of most of the people that are on the bill. It's just I can't standing up. I gotta stand up the whole day, and then like I just don't got it like that no more.
Yeah, I'm telling you. But I think it'd be fun to go to some of these things just to check it out, just to report back on it, just to give it a review. If we did Coachella, we'd have to do there's the other one called, what's it called? Stagecoach. Stagecoach is the country version of Coachella.
Oh, okay. Stagecoach.
Yeah.
Probably Lollapalooza.
Lollapalooza is the alternative music of that, right?
Yeah, but Lollapalooza got hip hop. I'll go see
that
Lollapalooza
too. Yeah, it's a little bit varied. So, and then of course, if we did that, we'd have to go all out and attend Lilith Fair.
What?
You never heard of Lilith Fair?
I've heard of that, but I thought that was kind of something other than us going.
I mean, they're supposed to accept everybody. It's basically
people who say that don't accept everybody.
Well, okay,
I don't want to believe
Lilith
that.
Fair is like, the headliners are like Alanis Morissette. It's like a women's empowerment, like a feminist concert.
Also, all the hoes.
It's almost all female acts. Like I'm
going to that one.
You'll get what's her name? Fiona Apple will be there. You see, like all these the type of look up the
girl who'll be like, and out for 1,000 miles. But that's Carl. She gonna perform.
See, I'm here. Essentially, a lot of them are older now. So someone referred to Lilith Fair as the post-menopausal concert.
I've heard it called that.
Like somebody actually a woman jokingly published a poster for a post-menopausal, something like that, and the comments went crazy. People loved it, like a lot of, and then somebody commented, "Wait a second, that's just Lilith Fair," and it's rolling. It was crazy, but yeah, I mean, we can go to that, just for the fun of it, just to report back on the vibe. I mean does it even exist anymore?
I think
probably.
So.
But I mean, like, we remember when we used to do the Taste of Soul.
Yeah.
You remember that one year where they had the radio program out there streaming? We just do something like that,
dude. You're talking about the Foxhole?
It was called the Foxhole.
Yeah, I remember that.
Jamie Foxx.
No more Lilith Fair, man.
No more Lilith Fair.
Does not.
You know what? The way we got to do it, we can go get a booth and set up as a vendor.
We should actually. That'd be funny.
Taste of Soul.
I wouldn't like. I mean, me and Armand know them. We can do the Taste of Soul.
Yeah, we can do that.
Like, my auntie was trying to get me to. She wants to do the Taste of Soul this year. I was like, girl, I can't do that. I don't want to do it.
Is it expensive? How much is a booth?
My auntie done got vending down packed, so it ain't nothing too expensive. It's just the amount of manpower. Because I remember we did do it one year. It was a year where all of us there. And like my mama was out there, my aunties, cousins, everybody was out there. We was kicking it. So it was like that was easier. Everybody ain't with her like that no more. So it's like, nah, like we not.
Set up and takedown can be a pain in the ass just because it's so hard to get into.
It's not even that is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But it's also you got to be there the whole day.
Yeah.
In one spot. Like at least with me, I'll bounce around and do a whole bunch of stuff, leave, come back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll do so too much at Texas. So being in one spot is different.
Yeah, it kind of gets stifling.
Yeah. But she will make bank. The only thing is like, my auntie, she's actually getting to that point where we're about to transition her into digital. So
really?
Oh yeah. We getting towards that. Okay.